Hello everyone, it's Martin Perhiniak. Welcome back to PSD Touch Plus and the Shortcut series. Today I'm going to show you a very interesting non-destructive workflow where we are going to combine smart objects, layer styles, blend modes and masking. The effect I'm going for this time is an inverted color look. And this will be completely non-destructive, so we can always change the effect later on. So if I move this image around, you can see that the colors change automatically. So if I move it to the red part of the background, the image will turn black. If I move it on the black background part, the image will turn red. And I can even use the free transform tool and rotate it around, and it still works. This is, by the way, a Celtic cross that I'm using here, but it can be any kind of line drawing. So let me show you how to create this effect. I'm going to create a new document. So I just go to File, New, and I will use probably smaller size is enough for us at this for this example. So something like that. And I am going to first of all create the background. So I fill in the background with black. Alt backspace because black is my foreground color, and now I'm going to select half of this document. Now, how to find the 50% in the document? Very simple. You need to go to View, New Guide, and here you can choose Vertical 50% and then click on OK. That's how simple you can find what is half of the document, and then use the rectangular marquee tool to select this part. Then I'm going to press Command Backspace because, as you can see, I have red set as my background color, and that is Command or Control Backspace on PC. Now I have this, and I'm going to hide my guides. I go to View and choose Clear Guides. I don't really need it anymore. So I just got rid of the guide. And now I can create my layer setup. First of all, I need the image itself. Let me just copy that image from this document, okay? And I am going to probably use this version of it. Select it and drag and drop it into the other document. It's good to know that you can do this. Hover over with your move tool over the tabs and then drag and drop into a new document. Now let me show you this image. If I take off all the effects from it, okay, let me just get rid of all the effects. This is how it looks. And that's the size I will need for this document. So something like that. If I turn off the other background layer, you can see exactly what I have on this layer. So as I said, it works. The same technique works with any kind of images. You just need some kind of line art to be able to do this. And I am going to start creating the effect now. First of all, I need one part which will be visible always on the black side. Now for that, I am going to use this version where the cross has its line art in white. Okay, so its background is black and the line art itself is white. It's important that you need this version for the black background. I am going to create a group for this, only this one layer, and I'm going to call this group black. Okay, so that's the black side of the image. And for this side, I am going to choose a layer style for this layer. So I double click on it and I choose color overlay. And I use that black color. But for the blend mode of the black color, I am going to use multiply. Okay, so now you can see with multiply color overlay using a red color, this is what we get. This is the effect. So it won't colorize the black parts because they are already dark. It will only colorize the bright details. Then I click on OK, and then I choose a blend mode for this layer, screen blend mode. The next step is to create the other half, which will be visible on the red background. So let me create a new group. Actually, first I need to create a duplicate of this layer. So I alt click and drag the layer down. And this can be again called just simply cross. And I'm going to turn off the other one. I just need to make sure that this is not in the same group. And turn off the other group, the black group. And I am going to also get rid of the effects from this one. Okay, so again we have a blank one, the way we started with it. What I'm going to do again is to create a group for this, and I'm going to call this group red. So this will be on the red part. Now all I need to do with this layer is to invert the colors. That's Command I, or image invert. Okay, so that's inverted colors, where I have the line art in black and the background in white. All I need to do with this is set the blend mode to multiply. So now it will be only visible on the red side. If I turn on both layers and I move this red below the black, it looks almost done. All we need to do is to make a selection of the black part of the background. So I have the background selected. I use the magic wand tool with sample all layers turned off, and then I click on the black part here. Then I go to the black group, layer group, and I create a mask from this selection. And now everything will work just fine. All we need to do is select the two cross layers, make sure they are linked together. So when I move one, the other one will move with it. So I selected them and I click on chain them together or link them together. And then if I select any of the two, I can move them around, and as you can see, we created the same effect. So just to recap, this one here on the top is a screen mode, use screen mode on this cross, and the line art is white, and also has a color overlay, a red color with multiply blend mode. Then the other layer is simply set to multiply blend mode, and the line art is white. And also important to use a mask on the black layer group and hide the red background details. So once again, if I start moving any of these two, after I link them together, I can even rotate it or do whatever I want with this image. Now it automatically changes whenever I move it around. It can be really interesting. You can even create an animation in Photoshop and move things around like this. It looks interesting, and it can be used for poster design as well. You can imagine you can do the same thing with type and images. It works best with line art, with black and white images, but you can experiment with other different styles. Once you have this layer set up, it will work, and it of course works with any type of colors. So for example, if I select my background layer and I use a hue saturation adjustment, and I change the background color, let's say to purple, then I can go to the color overlay, select the color and click on the purple background, just to sample from it, and I immediately change the colors around, and still it works. So if I move it around, you can see it automatically updates. So that's all what I wanted to show you today. I hope you found this tutorial interesting, and make sure you join me next time as well for the next episode of the shortcut series.